Welcome to Attican Plays Railway Empire. All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of Railway Empire by request. We're doing the Down Under scenario from the Australia DLC. And dare I say, we got off to a great start on Episode 1. We knocked off our tasks rather quickly, and we've got a nice little thing going. We're taking great advantage, I think, of the power of the pass-through warehouses to support 4 cities: Ballarat, Melbourne, our new settlement in Bendigo, and another new settlement in Walhalla, all out of that warehouse. And we were able to grow that, turn that into a settlement, and support these 2 just out of that, which was pretty flippin' awesome. Now, and you're going to see, my plan is to use this technique multiple more times as we go. Now, let's see, where are we on task? Okay, we've got to deliver the gold. I think I said I would wait and pick this up when the gold was finished, but I see other things I want to do. I want to go here. We now need lumber here in Ballarat. We've got an open slot in our warehouse, so why don't we turn on lumber? Because if we look over here, we have a sawmill in Melbourne, and we have a bunch of lumber to export. So now that we've turned that on, our little trains that are runfuls out of this warehouse to go back to Melbourne are going to bring lumber back as well. They bring back what is it? They bring back beer now, but now they can start bringing back beer and lumber. They should. Let's see if we get a new one here. Here, right here's one coming out. Look at that, beautiful beer and lumber. And that lumber is going to help continue the growth here in Ballarat, and also just make us some more money hauling stuff, and help these businesses grow, which we kind of don't care about. They're not ours, but at the same time, as they flourish and ramp up, they're going to want more and more stuff. Now, speaking of that, while this is going on, the other thing we can do is think about running some more supplies while the gold is finishing up over here. There's nothing we can do about this. It's too expensive to try to buy this to level it up. So we're going to have to wait on it. And, we should be good. 1840, we should be good as far as getting that done in time. We've got it fully set up. It's fully supported. We've got plenty of trains on it. We've got 4. Actually, I think we have more than 4. They haven't all spawned yet. So we've got plenty of trains doing that. What I'd like to do now, since we've got a little money and some time on our hands, we've got two businesses here, beer and lumber, and we'd like to have, as a general rule, one of our little working philosophies is try to have direct feeds to your industries rather than just through a warehouse setup. So, not necessary. We could go right along like this. It obviously is working. But what I'd love to have is a direct feed of grain going down here and a direct feed of lumber going down here to support these 2 industries. So why don't we do this? Let's put a warehouse with signaling control right here above Melbourne, and we can, as we go down the road, we can upgrade it. Now I'm going to put some repairs on it, and we're going to set it up to hold grain and lumber max. Then we're going to go up here to our Kelly Manor grain, where we have lots more stuff to ship. We're going to expand it, and we're going to come out this other side. And what we're going to do is kind of run this ridge as best we can, keeping the slope, manageable. There's going to be some slope, but we don't want it to get out of control. That looked like too much, but we'll come back to that. And there's kind of a valley right here. What I'm seeing is if we can get down, let's see, if we can get down like this, and then swing into this like so. That's only 6 degrees. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. We can fix this 8 right here. That's a 4, that's better. It's a 2 with a bridge. Now it's a 2 without, oh no, there's a 9 there now. Oh, look at this, look at this. A little bit of earthworks right there, but that's okay. 2, 3, 2, gorgeous. That is lovely for 157,000. Then we can double track this back for 160,000. How are we on money? Okay, we've got some open bonds. Let's speed this up till we get a little bit. Okay, and lay that track, and then we're going to put in our signals. Put in some Jan Janssens. And we'll save some money and get some supply towers. Bendigo has just opened up, hit 40,000, so it's got another industry slot. We're not going to do anything with it. Can you see how amazingly differently we would play this if we were Roger versus being Doc? Okay, let's put a tower here. Okay, I've got a couple of towers. Now see, this is going to be, there's a pretty good slope there, but that's downhill loaded and empty going back, so that's perfect. So now we're going to come out of track 2, run full, go to this warehouse. That's 1:36. That's a great time. Let's run 3 trains down there. And now part of it is, if we get the grain going directly to the city, then we'll keep this happier. It'll be able to ramp up if it wants to support the 4 cities that it feeds, actually. And we can do the same with the logs here in a minute. And it also takes pressure off of this line so that they won't have to come back with just loads of grain, although that's a good one there. That's meat and wood. But we're going to even take the stress off the wood. So we're going to do this. We're going to probably going to be some slope involved in this one, but we're going to come. I'd like to come right off of this maybe. That's 10 degrees slope. Let's just see if we have any less slope kind of options, like maybe here at this one. How can we do the least possible slope? Well, 8 degrees is better than 10, so let's do that. We'll go like this. There we go. Okay. 7 degrees. That's not awful. I mean, that's definitely slope. Definitely slope. They'll definitely slow down, but at the same time, now we've created the opportunity to run logs straight up there. And what we'll need to do, unfortunately, this isn't a bad spot. It needs to be back here so we have some space for a shunting lane. But since we don't have that, what we'll do is do this. We will do this, and we will build another bridge. And let's use the Winston, W-I-N-S-T-N. He's one of our little clan here. Let's see if we can use his technique to make a nice clean bridge here. So you kind of run front like that. That becomes your bridge. And you connect that, and then you go back and finish off your connection on here. And we can even take this little piece out, and we can take that little piece out, and we can run this back over. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. This needs to go over here, like that. Yes, beautiful. Okay, and look at what a lovely little lined up bridge that makes instead of the usual messes I make. So Winston, thank you for that technique. I've tried this before. I don't always have perfect luck with it, but That's worked beautifully. And we'll keep that in mind if we have any more of these. Now, what am I doing here? I am making, oh yes, this one goes over here. So yeah, this is all correct. Okay, so there, now we've created a shunt line. Unfortunately, we had to do another bridge, but that's the way life is. So they're staying over here on track 1, that's good. Let's get that cow catcher. Okay, so let's set up a line out of track 2, running full, going down here to Melbourne. Run to Jervis. That's 54. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Run 4 trains to get some going there. All right, so now we've got wood running in here directly. How are we doing on our? Okay, one more. We got one more load of gold, and we're good to go. And there's one just now pulling in. This will end it right here. Good timing. Okay, so there. Now let's get some new tasks. And what we've done in the meantime is we've got this line going here. We will have more efficient use here. We could even, if we wanted to keep growing Walhalla, we could even set it up with a little link here and let it draw off of that. And we may do that. We may do that. But now let's look at our new tasks. Okay. Gain access to New South Wales coast. Establish Armidale, that'd be a new settlement, and deliver gold to Sidney. So let's look here. I'm pretty sure we're going right over here. Oh, I know we are. This is the New South Wales coast. It's going to cost us $575,000 to get access to it. The nice news is it's got a lot of businesses, a lot of some cities, and 108,000 people, and it's got Sidney. So we have to do that. Armidale and gold, and if we look up here, there's a let's just see where that we have to get access first before we can even look at the cities. But I can tell you the city of Armidale is right up in here, and it gives us access to that gold. So the idea is you open up Armidale, get that gold, and start running it to Sidney. We're not going to wait on that. We're going to get that access first. Let's look at our money. And Tarok, this is for you. There we go. Let's look at our money. We can close that out. We can get 500,000. Why don't we make some money, close them both out, open 2 big bonds, and that'll give us enough money to actually do some damage. What do you say? I think that sounds like a great idea. Market cryers mean nothing. We're not running passengers anywhere. Look at this. We're getting sporadic growth in Melbourne. We really need that sugar. Now, one of the things we could do, obviously, is go up here. We've got the permits. We could open up Echuca or Swan Hill and get access to sugar. And by the way, I did want to note, FS Consultancy made a comment that I really liked. I agree with him. He said that the best starting city, you know how we picked Bendigo for our first one. He prefers Swan Hill because even though it only gives you cattle and sugar, but that's just it. It gives you cattle and sugar. So we could have had opened this one up instead of Bendigo, and that would have given us sugar, and we could have immediately run the sugar down here to this warehouse and had growth going that way by getting that sugar down there, and also gotten the cattle and gotten kind of a 2-for-1 because it's 2 things that our cities down here needed. So I think I agree with that. I think if I'm playing this one again, I'm going to start with Swan Hill. But that isn't what we did, and that's okay because I love what we did. What we did worked great. And where were we? We were going to make some more money. We're going to close out this bond, and we're going to open 2 big bonds, give us $1 million. Then we're going to go into this mode, territory mode, and we're going to go over here and buy access to New South Wales. There we go, 1 task down, and we've got to get Armidale and get that gold to Sidney. Now what we're going to do here, and we'd like to have it all connected up. Now, by the way, we do not have to have it all connected. In fact, I'll show you that in a minute. But one of the things I do not want to wait on that gold. So what we're going to do here is actually expand the station. We're going to let this owner know that there is now a huge demand for gold. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. We're going to swing out like this, and we're going to run a big old line. Let's see. All the way up the coast. I'll have to come back and clean this up a little bit, but all the way up the coast. All the way up here to Sidney. Okay. And let's put, do we want a warehouse, or do we want a, let's just put a small train station in Sidney, like so. Give it repairs. Run our line into that station, and then let's clean this up. Although it looks pretty good. Well, that 9 degree, not crazy about that. Oh, here. Just run it up here a little bit. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. 2 and 3 is okay. No need to have a bridge. Maybe. Nope, there's no need to have a bridge. 1, 1. Dump that bridge. Dump that bridge and that bridge. Need that bridge. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, that's a beautiful line. Okay. We'll take that. Then we're going to, believe it or not, double track it all the way. All the way. Up here. Like so. Yeah. Notice I took a couple of passenger researches. That should tell you something that's probably going to happen here soon enough. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe not. Engineers and stokers, no. Station inventor, we'll take it inventor. Don't care about the market prior. Bad condition, I don't like seeing that. What line is that? That's the one, Allen's chopping. Oh, that's going way down here to this warehouse. Oh, you know what the deal is there? We're not doing repairs here. So it can only get repaired at this end, and based on the timing of it, it doesn't always make it all the way back there. I think we're just going to, for now, accept that. This might be a case where we could put a maintenance station in there if we wanted to. Wouldn't be the worst thing we ever did, but I don't think we will just yet. Let me just double check, make sure I do have repairs on this end. Yes. Okay. There, he's already leveled up 1. looking. Dragon 3268. Yeah, let's take the Dragon. That's a much better train. And we'll convert all of our trains to the Dragon. And we'll take that just to keep the research lines open. And the Philadelphia, we'll take that just to keep going down the research tree. Okay, now we've got our double track, and we will set our signals. And let's make sure, we'll make sure that we have supply towers. Maybe one here, here. Kind of between each set of products, I think, along the coast. Okay, put one, and we'll put one here. Maybe up here, I think. And then here. And then up here. And one more up here. Okay, now we're going to fire up 5 trains. We have to do 40, so we're going to fire up 5 trains from here, out of track 2, running full, going to Sidney. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now why 5? Because when that 5th one hits, we're done with that task. And now this guy, the owner of this gold mine, should recognize, man, oh man, I've got 7 demand here a month, and I've got 28 demand here. I meant to show you that. Look at this warehouse. Look at this 28. So now there's 35 demand for gold coming out of there, so he should level up and get our trains going. And yes, I do know that both routes are competing for the resource, but that's okay. Now we want to grow Armidale as fast as we can. So we're going to go in here and look for Armidale, and I know it's right there. So let's not pretend I don't. Let's go here and click on that. Now we've got that one we want to open. Now we need to save some money. Let's see. Less cost to hire people. There we go. There goes a train off to. We got one off and one starting to load. All right, so now we got 300,000. So we're going to go back to Armidale. We're going to put a big warehouse with signaling control here, and some of our stuff's going to be coming up this hill. That's pretty steep, so I'm going to give it some room. We're going to scoot it back, I think like kind of like that. All right, so we've got this warehouse. We're going to set it up to take kind of our usual setup, and we'll throw in sugar because there's sugar nearby, and we'll leave off the supplies for now. All right, so what are we going to do now? How in the world are we going to get beer? Well, right here is a brewery. That brewery is getting some See, it is occasionally getting, see there's some wheat over land, so it's got some items to export. So we can run a line from Port Macquarie to the warehouse and have a beer thing going. And what we can do is that beer needs grain. What we can do is set up grain to come in from right up here, which we have access to. And we can double track that down. Let's see. Like so. And back. Okay, and let's put a supply tower up here toward this end. Give this repairs. And we'll set up a line running full into the warehouse. That's 12 weeks. Right now we're just going to put one train on it. And then we're going to start thinking about this line here. So that's one item they need. Another item they need would be the beer. So we can go from Port Macquarie and we can run up here. Now this one, there's a lot of mountain here, and it's going to be really, really hard for us to get up there without. What I think we're going to do is we're going to just run a straight line for $1 million. There we go, perfect. And no, that's not. But we're going to come over. Let's come over here, and we'll get rid of that big old bridge that just doesn't need to be there. Okay, we do not want an 11 degree. That's excessive. How are we going to do this? And I'm going to dump that. We're going to start up the slope and work our way up a little bit. Kind of cross a couple of those at a time. 8. And at some point you have to kind of make your move, so to speak. Now that's a 7. Can we make that a little bit less? Yeah. Shoot. I certainly don't want that bridge there. Good grief. Okay, 4, 3. Okay, let's see here. 2, 6, 5, 4, 6, a tunnel, and 3, and a bridge. Okay, that's expensive, but the most we get is 6 degrees. I think that's going to do. Let's see, do we have spot? Yeah, we have places we can merge with it. We'll need that. And you can see we're starting to get our grain fulfilled. Tyson 10-wheeler. 40 and 34. Oh, no, that wasn't Tyson. That was the Rensselaer. That's an express train. Never mind. Okay, 258. Okay. And let's double track this back. And a connection bonus. That's interesting. We may want to do something with that. Okay, now we've got our track going up the hill. And let's put a tower. We're going to run that in there. Let's get a tower like here. Yeah, and we'll put one up here too, just in case. Okay, so now give this repairs. And let's do our little run fulls from up here. So we've got this line coming in. Let's build them a little shunt line over here. And let's do a line that goes from here to here. We're going to have it run. Are we going to have it running full? Yes, we will. It's going to run out of track 4. When you leave here, use that track. When you come back, use that waiting line. Like that. Okay. And we'll run a dragon. We'll run 5 of those babies, and we're going to put signals here, here. Importantly, take that one off. Okay, so now we've got, that will eventually bring us beer up here, and it will bring, and we already got the grain. Now we need the fish, and we can come down here. We're working our way toward the logs. The logs are tough. If we look at the logs, no way, no logs. If we look at logs, there's nothing up here. There's something way out. Way out there. Doesn't matter. There's nothing there until we get to what's that? Yeah, so that's not in territory we can get to. So we've got way down right here. The logs are way down here. Something just completed. Oh, we got our gold to Sidney already. Oh, so they're already asking us to go to another area. Oh, well, this is interesting. Ooh. Now they want us to go to, I think it's this one. Yeah, New South Wales Central, and establish another town called Orange. Oh. Now, does that give us any better options for like, is there anything in Orange that's worth having, resource-wise? There's fruit. I don't mean Orange, I mean in this region. And cattle. And gold. Grain. Oil. And that's lumber right there. Ooh, that lumber, would that be any easier to get to? Ooh. By finishing that gold task so soon, we may have opened a can of worms, because now we got to go do this over here. Now I think we're going to have to run it from here. And the question is, are we going to run it? Nah, we're just going to run straight over there. Okay. All right. So I think first things first, we can go down here, and we can put a small train station on this seafood, and we can run the seafood up the coast like this and plug it into our line that goes up to the warehouse like so. Give this repairs, and we can set a line that goes run full up to here. $34.2 and on the go. Okay, now we can go back here. Now that gives us 3 of our 4. All we need is the logs. So if we go down here to the logs, which are, where are they again? I've lost them again. Right here. Okay. What we can do is just kind of fall off the end of the earth till we get down here, and then run up the coast till we get merged into that. Okay. Would it be worth going through there? Actually, look at this, 4-2. Look at this, 2-1-2. Got a 5 right here, but that's kind of a so what. Gets us all the way to Newcastle with not too much. Oh, that is not bad. I'm just going to take that before I mess it up. We'll run right by Newcastle, and we'll come on up here like this. And we'll merge into our existing line. Like that. Ah, bridges. Cheaper bridges, good. Okay, and then we'll come back. Like so. Now, the Rogers American makes it worthwhile to have some timber. We've got a while. We might get that bonus, we might not. That's not our main thing. What did we finish? Oh, freight. That was never going to be an issue. Our freight revenues, $1 million last year. In fact, that's all we're hauling is freight. Sounds like a Don Lorenzo. You notice all this track? Don't you think General could handle this one? All this freight, Don Lorenzo. I think they'd both be great at this. Okay. I'm going to set the line and then do the towers. I know. That might not be the best thing I ever did. Okay, let's run our line up here. The Dragon. It takes 88. So it takes 2 to make 1. 2, 3. I like to have at least the equivalent of 3. Connection bonus. That would be worth taking, I think. We could do something simple with this. We could just say, okay, let's put it right here. We could run it in here, which gave us our bonus. Set our signals, get rid of that port block right there. And then we could, let's see, how busy is this? 58, no problem. We can take this over here like this. And then to make sure, oh, it does pass it. It passes a supply tower. So we can do a line like this, run full into here with the Dragon. And there we go. And that's all we'll need. It can run and make a little bit of money. And we got our bonus out of it too. So all's well. So where am I on all this? What is it we're trying to do? Oh, we already got the wood. Okay, we've got the wood going. So once the wood's there, Armidale is done. We had to do the 40 gold. We've already done that. So now we're ready to work on our next set of tasks, which would be to get over here. So we need to save some money and get over there. There's a bonus for a new industry in Wollongong. That's lovely. Kind of don't care. I'll tell you what we're going to do to get our connection bonus. We're going to run a beer meat line from Sidney to Port Macquarie. You know, it's kind of one of those, why not? It's staring us in the face. So we'll go like this. We'll put a station in Sidney. I don't want to buy a fishery. Put repairs on it. We'll go like this and run all the way up here. Well, actually, no. This is a freight line, so it can come out. We don't want to go up there. We don't want to gain ground, or gain height. But let's go like this, and let's just hook into this line here. Yeah. So we'll hook into our freight line. which of course is going to have plenty of supplies on it. I tried to forget. I tried my best to forget. Okay. And then we're going to hook it into another station up here, which has repairs and which hooks into the freight line on this end. Short block. And then we'll run a line from an auto line from Sidney to Port Macquarie. Run a couple trains in that direction and a couple back the other way. Now he's already getting his grain for his beer, so all we have to do is throw some meat into Sidney, and we've got a nice little beer meat line going here. So let's do that real fast before we leave this area. And then after we do that, we're going to just turn our attention over here to this new set of tasks. So we're going to have a small train station up here with repairs. It's going to just literally fall off there, come down here and plug in, and we will not have all this. Yeah, very steep, but they'll be running empty coming back. They'll be going downhill steep, although, is that uphill, that first part? You know what, either way, it's fine. Passengers, 10-wheeler. The Mogul's actually a better, yeah, we're going to replace all of our trains with the Rogers Mogul. That's a little bit better freight train. What's completed? I don't know what we just completed. Oh, Armidale. Is Armidale done? I guess it is. There we go. Now we have the city of, or the settlement of Armidale has been established. Let's build our track. Run it up there like that. Give it a supply tower. Run full down here. It takes you 18 weeks. A couple of trains will be beautiful. Well, we've got repairs on up there. There we go. Now we've got our little Sidney to Port Macquarie beer meat thing going. We've established Armidale as a town. See, we don't even have to mess with that gold. We've got our gold done, and I can tell you that gold is a bit of a red herring because you don't make any more money hauling gold than you do any other freight, and gold doesn't really help your cities build and grow that much, if at all. So, yeah, not that big a deal. So let's go here and see what do we need. 1.3 million. Doesn't sound bad. Okay, let's close out a couple of bonds and then start on that. 1848 to 62. I think we're all right. And yeah, let's just wait. Now let's just kind of watch it and make sure everything's cool. And everything looks very cool to me, actually. We're not getting a bunch of errors. I don't see any giant, we got a connection bonus for wine. Is it big enough to drink wine? Yeah, they would take wine in Ballarat. Thing of it is, how would they get it? You could get it through there. Okay, let's do it. That's worth doing. Let's slow this down. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll put another station here in Ballarat. Like this. And we'll give it repairs. And then we're going to go out here to this line and give it a station with repairs. And then run it in and merge it with this line here, like so. Okay, now that puts it on this outside set of tracks, which comes in like this. So all we need to do now is merge this station with that set of tracks. Give it signals, get rid of the short block. I assume we got our bonus, I didn't notice. And set up a line here to here. With a mogul. It takes 29 weeks. Well, actually, one train is enough for now. And you know what we can do? We can get that refrigerator car, and since this is going straight to a city, we'll give it that refrigerator car, and it'll get a pay bonus when it arrives. And they also, well, they're not ready. They're not ready for it in. Look at this, I got a breakdown right before he gets to this. That's weird. Okay. And we're supposed to be saving money, aren't we? Okay. Let's close that bond. How big can we do? None, okay. We'll close the other bond as well, and then we'll open bigger bonds and get to work. So we need about 500 and some thousand. So all this activity of this warehouse, the hookup to Port Macquarie, plus the beer meat line, Port Macquarie is growing very nicely for us, for what that's worth. Okay, we close that one. Now we're going to open two bigger ones. 900, a million. Got a couple $1 million to work with. Now we can do some damage. We're going to go to this New South Wales Central, gain access, and let's find orange. That's Junie. Wagga Wagga. There's orange. Let's pick orange. Sounds like a good one. All right, let's think for a minute. We've got wood up here on a level spot, or we've got it up here in the mountains. We've got grain over here that we could run down and around to it. So I'm thinking maybe we bring the wood from down here, like this. Hook the grain into it like this. That's two. Then we need beer, and we need seafood. Seafood's always fun. Seafood. Oh, geez. Seafood's ugly. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. I think we've hit time on this episode. So we finished off our this side, this territory. We got Armidale going. We got our gold to Sidney. So we opened up this new one over here that we got to work on. So in the next episode, we will start figuring out how we're going to get all this stuff in here to establish the town of Orange. And as I said, that'll be in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe. and join us for our next Railway Empire video. Thank you.